It's not far away. Excellent shot.
He can mix it with the best in the safety stakes.
Yes, and he left the red onto the middle because he played it just a little bit too pacey. Played the crafty move. And to play it with a little bit of side to turn the cue ball. Not this time round, but maybe the next.
14. 15.
And that's the angle. Beautiful. We'll probably see this again. Look at the cue ball here.
22.
Bending into the reds. Leaving himself on this easy red to the corner.
Missed the black off its spot. And now Judd Trump looking a lot more comfortable.
And then all of a sudden, you miss a relatively easy
31.
one.
And fortitude and ability to overcome such setbacks. It's magnified here at the World Championship.
Forgets a lot, and you've got to do. You're absolutely right.
$44.
Now, he needs to get top side of the blue. Perfect position.
52.
It doesn't look like it goes. Inch perfect again with his position.
57.
And this time a nice angle.
There goes the red, and the colour is
66.
a formality.
$72. 79.
And having been so close to leading 4-1, probably be thinking now, if I could just get a share of this session with a 2-frame lead.
Yeah,
88.
exactly. And that's what he'll be thinking, you know. Look at the side on the cue ball.
$94.
Yes, his 84th of the season. That's his 85th, sorry. Made 102 centuries last year. Only the second man.
This season in terms of centuries made, his nearest rival, or rivals, Neil Robertson.
Try to stop that cue ball with all the topspin. That's why we love him.
But these days, he tends to save those flare shots for when the frame's long since won. Back in the day, he might have been tempted while the frame was live. Out the black and the red in frame 5, which has changed a century from Judd Trump, the first of the match, from 3-1 down.
He's done well to miss those reds there in taking that long red on. Great pot. Terrific pot from Trump. He dug that one out from nowhere. After this frame. Look at the gap that he found between all the balls there. Just missed everything. Coming down for that red just above the black, but a little shorter pace.
Six.
he'd have accepted that, but of course now he's got the chance for a clean sweep post-interval.
He plays that shot. Remember that, Philip. He plays that shot so well.
And it's so important, isn't it, Joe, to get top side of the blue, because it just makes the whole process of break building that much more straightforward.
Wants to be straight on this red to the left corner so he can play for the black.
Well, what a change. What a turnaround since the interval. Judd Trump now flying relatively routine black when he was in. Looking good for a 3-frame advantage. It's turning into a very frustrating session for Gilbert. He would have been fancying...
26.
He'd left everything perfectly had the black gone in.
To level up again with Jamie Jones, so that's an enthralling opening session.
And in turn that releases the red to the right corner. Yeah, this is what I was saying, you know. Well, he's made a mess of that one. It looked like he got a kick there, so it wasn't his fault. There we go. And it's turned out nice again.
48.
But when you're playing well, when you're flying as Trump now is...
And that's what I said. Sometimes you've got to trust to luck. And he does do. And 56. He plays it positively. Concentrated on the red. A frame winner.
Looked like being a very encouraging opening session.
64.
Has turned into a frustrating one. At least now he gets a break.
Yeah, he's gone from beautiful dreams, but just not produced 72. Anywhere near the form of the first 4 frames. And that's all because of that one shot.
With another century.
79.
And every chance now he's brought that red off the cushion.
$85.
So difficult to keep great players at bay once they get on a roll, as Trump has. His 4th straight frame.
91.
Before the interval, that his game is in good shape. He was potting well. His long game was excellent, and he was, you have to say, he's let him off the hook.
Yeah, you can practice snooker,
95.
But how do you practice? How do you forget about it?
102.
And that's what
in the build-up to this, and he's going to need to call on that renewed mental strength that he's been looking to harness. Regrets for him left in this one. But for Judd Trump, with his 2nd century of the session, he has turned that around in...
Well, we've been seeing him pot these for the last few years, haven't we, Phil?
One. Applause merited, but he didn't hit that quite as he wanted to.
Screw down now. We've played on the red on the black cushion. It's a really good shot.
Yeah, Mark Williams was a great one for that. He used to...
$15.
The red that's at the bottom of the pack, I think, goes into the right corner. And now Judd will try and utilise that to split the reds.
$31.
Nice bit of right-hand side, just to widen the angle there off the cushion. He got a kick.
39.
Thinks. He's still got an angle there. top this into the pack. Oh, what a shot.
As was that.
45. $53.
This frame's been a lot more like the Trump that we've come to see in the last few years. That tells me that he's relaxed from the score. The scoreboard has made him relax, which is like a runaway train
66.
sometimes.
You know, in boxing, when someone's floored, the referee counts to 10.
Definitely, I think you could almost see it take the energy out of Dave. As soon as you get in front, they start doing this to you. They relax, and it feels like the game's over to you.
Trump never gets
78.
tired of making centuries. His numbers here try to make his 87th of this season.
86.
So this World Championships now, Phil.
There's nothing better.
$99.
Of the match, and you get the feeling there is more to come.
111.
Oh, we are deprived of the naughty snooker by the in-off, but Judd Trump, 8-4. And Dave Gilbert has some soul-searching to do in the interval. Judd Trump will feel increasingly uncomfortable.
Well, Judd had the confidence still to play for the black there. And played it well. There's Dave Gilbert. Needed to keep the pressure on Judd, who made a 45 break in that last frame. And it ended up costing him.
No.
Ah, this is a shot that so many players deliberately. But again,
70.
Judd hasn't played the best positional shot there.
Always helps breaks. Gives you so many more options.
$31. $39. $47. $55. $58.
That old piece of advice that's
$64.
nicely done. The applause because
$72. 77.
4 centuries in a match, Dom.
Yes, I suppose from Judd's point of view, 4 centuries, that's probably about what Judd would expect of himself, possibly.
84.
As dominant as I don't think he'd... I mean, Judd's always dominant. I mean, he's a world #1 and he's winning, to me, early on in this World Championships. And I think he just wants to tighten up his game a little.
He probably will.
100.
There's the century.
Foul. Dave Gilbert 4.
That's a good way to arrest the 12-7 now. On the verge.